MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell continues to battle technology and his mind with wild new rants, and international hacktivist collective Anonymous put Marjorie Taylor Greene on notice after her latest roid rage tweet. Wow. Select all images with Putin's assets. Click, 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 verify. Tom Selleck's slow cousin has spent nearly $30 million on a website, app, and network to push his stoled election narrative, and where that money went has yet to be seen.
He was put in charge of the Wisconsin election crime investigation, and he worked on for 9.
It's not just that Mike freezes at the biggest broadcast place ever, it's that it takes co-host Brandon ages to even notice.
Oh, Mike just froze. All right.
He got up in front of all,
And then the sound goes. It is pouring MAGA tears. I get into Mike Lindell's bizarre rant, have a laugh with Marjorie Taylor Greene getting owned by Anonymous, burn Don Jr., roast the latest and stupid from Eric Trump, Lauren Boebert, and more. The run spawn of Diaper Don tweeted,
"Guys, there is no don't say gay bill, but given the crazy sexualization of our kids propaganda, I'm seeing maybe we need a don't groom our kids bill. If the left needs to teach toddlers these things, there could be few other rational explanations, and parents, you need to push back now."
Naturally, I replied, "Your dad ran teen beauty pageants, was a frequent flyer on Epstein Air, said he wished he could date his daughter, and boasted about grabbing women between their legs whenever he wanted. I'd ask if you're just high or stupid, but we know the answer, and it's both." First off, with those not up to speed with Lindell's lawsuits, or as he says, lawsuitses,
what lawsuits are going on,
everyone is going to jail and all machines are being sued. Your toaster will need a lawyer. Your coffee maker will need a lawyer. The thing in the shoebox under the bed that takes batteries will need a lawyer. And a better hiding spot. Work on that.
I don't drive around in fancy cars or fancy vehicles. I drive a pickup truck. I don't eat with 2 forks. I like 1 fork, okay? When I have to eat with 2, I have to. They're on the table.
The guy who spent years heating up a spoon is now showing off eating with 2 forks. And just because you see 2 forks on the table doesn't mean you have to use them. "Oh, there's a salad fork. I have to use it. It's the rule." Ted Cruz supported the People's Convoy with a ride-along that failed to hit Cancun and nearly ended with the fire department bringing him a stepladder to exit the truck. Piece of cake. Ted Cruz hasn't tried this hard to grip a pole since he had dinner with Donald Trump. "I know you called my wife Heidi a dog, but my hand's under the table. I'm reaching out."
You know, it's like they're showing us some glasses. "Hey, everybody, this is a steak sandwich." "No, that looks like eyeglasses." No, it's steak sandwich. You know, I mean, this is the world we're in.
No, this is the world you're in. Meanwhile, at the Trump rally, people pass time waiting for Donald Trump by dancing like nobody's watching, and we are. This guy wore his tensor bandage just so he could boogie. The fella in the undershirt with the cowboy boots looks like he lost a bet. And what about this champ? He took his shoes off so he could do a dance popularized by Husband of the Year Bobby Brown. Okay, so the place goes under attack. I'm talking full Die Hard style. Choose your fighter. Is it gonna be tensor bandage boogie, confused cowboy, or shoeless running man? Let me know in the comments.
Okay, I didn't wear ties all my life. I have to wear them now. It's where the world that we're in.
Give me a break. The business world has become more relaxed. Wall Street didn't have Casual Friday in the 80s. Do you like Huey Lewis in the news? Marjorie Dog the Bounty Hunter Greene showed up in a dress made from curtains she stole from a bingo hall to spew this unicorn wank.
And he's also recommending a 4th COVID vaccine shot. Now, I don't know about you guys, but many of us were vaccinated as kids against polio. We had our MMR, and I have never seen the CDC coming out saying, oh, you've got to get your second polio shot. You got to get your third. You got to get your fourth.
According to the CDC, they should get 4 doses total at these intervals. They even recommend that vaccinated adults get boosted when traveling to certain places, working in a lab, and certain healthcare environments.
And this may continue to keep going. I think the question we all should ask is, when does it stop? And when are enough vaccines enough? But we don't have that question.
I think the question we should ask is, how do you still have a job?
It's a disaster waiting to happen because they don't care, folks. This is all about their green agenda. They want to push you, as Pete Buttigieg says, get an electronic car.
Coke Jr. doesn't know the difference between electric and electronic.
Yeah, just get an electronic car.
And here's how Fox News reported gas prices under Obama. You can't win with these morons. I think this is a good time to mention I made these Let's Go Darwin mugs, and they've got my MAGA Tears logo on the other side. If you want to support the show, I have these, some other mugs, and fun stickers, or you can now tip me with this PayPal QR code or the link in the description. Either way, thank you for watching. Back to the show. And I also gotta add that Mikey, Everyday Guy, Pickup Truck Two Forks, is a member at Mar-a-Lago.
By the way, I'm down in Mar-a-Lago right now. I'm about to go eat, and I was keeping that as a kind of a surprise. I am a member down here. We go stuff.
The food is amazing.
Yeah, it really is, and it's a great place. I enjoy it down here, and it's.
That was a solid description, Mike. I'd love to see your Yelp review of Mar-a-Lago. It's a great place. I enjoy it. Down here, it's, I used 2 forks when I ate there, and I once got to interview our great real president in a banquet room about the stolen election. The Mar-a-Lago Club membership costs $200,000 plus $14,000 a year in fees, a $2,000 minimum spend on food, and rooms cost thousands a night. Just saying, that's a little out of reach for most people, Mike. A tweet by Marjorie Taco Gristle resulted in yet another cell phone and a new enemy. I had one look at this and was just dying. Commander and Chief. I replied, the brainless loudmouth Hogfoot knows as much about the government and the military as her window pane glasses Lieutenant Corporal sidekick. A funny savage reply is one thing, but then she got this. Russian asset Marjorie Taylor Greene will go down in history as one of the dumbest politicians ever. History will not be kind to you, nor will we. Marjorie Taylor Greene's stupidity is no secret, but when you get this kind of reply, you will have no secrets. When Anonymous declares a cyber war on Russia that includes Republican politicians, you gotta take a look at your party and the people in it. Marjorie has been a defender of Russia, a critic of Ukraine, who'd rather check her phone than join in on the standing ovation for Zelensky. Okay, to be fair, it might be the Cosmetic Foot Surgery Clinic or the Agency of Jewish Space Laser Detection. I hope we see more of this from Anonymous. You can start with my CAPTCHA.
Every dime that I've taken in, every dime that I get that filters to me personally, I have put back in to help this country. That's all I've been doing. Every single dime that I've been taking in, and every single dime I can putting out there.
The guy that has a mustache dyer on salary and is a member at Whitey Mar-a-Lago spends every dime helping America. The pinched face bikini car wash reject tweeted, I will always fight for Montrose County. Grateful to speak and spend time with hundreds of patriots at their county assembly. Naturally, I replied, what was weirder about this experience? Actually being inside a high school for the first time since you dropped out? Or your ankle monitor creepshow husband on his knees begging you to bring him with you so he could roam the halls? You do your thing, Lauren. I'm going to go check out the talent.
Gee, this is a phone. No, it's not. It's a steak sandwich.
Okay, I'm just hoping he gets out 2 forks to try and eat his iPhone steak sandwich. Apple's new software update allows you to unlock your phone with Face ID while wearing a mask. Yes! What? I don't know what's dumber, Karen truckers waiting till the mandates were ending to protest mass, or Apple deciding over 2 years into the pandemic would be a great time to make it possible to unlock our phones without holding our breath in Costco. We needed this 2 years ago, before vaccines, when we were first in the store realizing that didn't work at the checkout. The guy whose birthstone is a Coke Rock tweeted,
Anyone want to take a guess at how many world leaders ignored calls from President Trump?
Naturally, I replied, world leaders only took calls from Trump because they got a laugh from the nuke hurricane stable genius that got his prompts from a news entertainment channel for married cousins. Diaper Don was a terrible businessman and an even worse president, and he sure made some clueless kids.
Well, listen, if Putin was in with the KGB, he can read people and he could tell that Donald Trump was a very strong person, right? And my father was tested, Sean.
Yes, Eric, I'm sure that Putin watched him drinking with two hands, yelling from his tiny desk, eating hamburgers, and schlepping his way to a golf cart in diapers and thought, this man is genius and so strong. But Eric's far from swift and clearly has never strayed from his delusional Trump bubble.
And now you want to move to beautiful, perfect Florida that has no homelessness, that has no crime, that has the lowest tax in the nation. You can't do it.
No crime, no homeless. Eric Trump.
Bashing people's doors in with battering rams to try and cover up and intimidate people out of fear, Brandon. And
intimidate. When you get intimate to intimidate, you intimidate. I don't know. Got a better one? Let me know in the comments. Russia has asked China for assistance, including providing them with non-perishable military food kits that do perish, known in the US as MREs or meal ready to eat. As I previously noted, the Russians have been eating food that expired in 2015, and if Putin gets his way, his troops will be eating unexpired, long-life meals from China. I gotta be honest, I trust a best before date from a Chinese army meal kit as much as I trust the lopsided BPA free stamp they slap on every piece of their generic dollar store Tupperware. I put my lunch in this and now I have cancer. Well, it'll be easy to detect the Russian spies in Ukraine since they'll be the ones smelling like stale soy sauce and shame. Lauren Burnt Bulb attempted to defend her recent outburst by claiming to have received a letter from the mother of someone that attained a non-existent rank in the military.
The mother of Lieutenant Corporal, of Lieutenant Corporal, of Lieutenant Corporal.
Lieutenant Corporal.
Our military deserves so much better than this administration. I promised you, when you sent me to Washington, I would be your voice. Nancy Pelosi can tell me to shut up all she wants. It's never going to happen, especially when it comes to the men and women who have given all for our country.
Biden's own son served and likely lost his life from what he was exposed to, and Lauren can't even identify a fake rank generated by a bot. Trump won. You will see. MAGA tears. I feel sorry for you. Then you will have to be judged by him. MAGA tears. So this bald guy is part of the cabal. MAGA tears. Mike Lindell is a brave man and a true patriot. MAGA tears. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend. If you can afford to, please throw me a tip with the easy PayPal link below, or check out my mugs and stickers that go great with those MAGA tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries. I've done several arena and theater tours with Jim Jefferies, and I have 3 albums. You can stream them wherever you like. Thanks for watching. Life's short. Be cool. Be kind. Take care.